that it's a limited supply, so it's already fully distributed. There's not any more nano that's going to come into existence, which I think nowadays is a bigger thing that people are starting to realize. Inflation is a real thing.
Oh yeah,
and it's decreasing our purchasing power. So
yeah, I know that's the one thing that kind of bums me out. I mean, we're seeing the impact of monetary inflation all over the world, quite frankly. And what bums me out was that 10 years ago when I started in the crypto space, I thought we would be in a place where, people can finally get a money that doesn't have the ability to be inflated. We would be in that position, but it's fragmented. The space is fragmented. They kind of lost their way a little bit on what the users need. So unfortunately, we didn't get that tool as an industry in time in order to help us out here. But I hope we can learn some lessons on this. Monetary inflation is a serious problem. And it's
the fact that there can't be any more printed just at will by the Fed. That's big.
That's amazing.
For me.
Yeah. How many? How many outstanding coins are there on Nano? Do you have the number or?
Yeah, the circulating supply is 133 million. And people kind of ask us 133 million. Well, there's 8 billion people in the world. How are you going to do that? That number is actually very, very divisible. So there's 30 more decimal places on it. So you can divide it as small as you want, as many times as you want. You're never going to run.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. The stability of money from the supply side, it is an absolutely essential thing, in my opinion. I do not subscribe to the idea that it can be inflated or adjusted by people, because they don't know. Just as all of us don't know, there's no experts that know how things will go. So how can they print money accordingly? It also damages people that are holding money, and that comes down on people that typically have the least amount of money. As a proportion of how much they hold in the bank, they hold a higher percentage of their value in banks. So it's a regressive tax when we are printing money on people that are holding currency, and it affects it affects them the most. So yeah, fixed supply, I am absolutely a stickler on that one. It's not universal in the nano community, the opinion on that, but the ones that know what nano's for and what we're doing here always talk about fixed supply being essential, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to, to a certain extent, this is a new endeavor. Like, making a currency is not someone it's not something someone typically does. It's like no one wakes up, it's like, I'm going to make a new currency. But we think there's a reason for it, and we got to stick to our ideals and our goals on it.